For more than 2 decades now, Fox News Channel has been the #1 rated cable news network in America and the most trusted source of news for millions of Americans. This week, though, we got a window into the disparity between what some Fox hosts believe privately and what they report on the air, particularly about former President Donald Trump and the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol. NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles explains in our Sunday Focus.
The January 6th attack on the Capitol was a shock to the system, a threat to democracy that at the time was condemned across the media.
This is despicable. This is not who we are as a country.
But shortly after the mob cleared out, the politics creeped back in, and supporters of former President Donald Trump started their spin, led by Fox's most popular host, Tucker Carlson.
What happened today will be used by the people taking power to justify stripping you of the rights you were born with as an American.
That influence on full display this week.
These were not insurrectionists, they were sightseers.
After Speaker Kevin McCarthy granted Carlson, and only Carlson, access to more than 41,000 hours of security camera footage of that day. Carlson describing the protesters as mostly peaceful. Democrats and some Republicans outraged.
Speaker McCarthy knows damn well what kind of customer Mr. Carlson is.
I don't take any part in whitewashing January 6th. It wasn't a stroll through the Capitol. It was an attack on our Capitol.
Those questions about whitewashing the truth coming as Fox faces a $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit from Dominion Voting Systems, claiming election denialism by the network's primetime hosts.
Their machines caused thousands of votes in one Michigan county to be switched from Donald Trump to Joe Biden.
Severely damaged its business, even though they knew those claims were false, according to papers filed in Delaware Superior Court. News Corp chairman Rupert Murdoch, in a sworn deposition revealed in a court filing by Dominion, was asked about Fox anchors like Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, and Maria Bartiromo. Murdoch admitted they endorsed the narrative of a stolen election and said, quote, "I would have liked us to be stronger in denouncing it in hindsight." Representatives for Fox have countered that the release of private communications by Dominion is part of a PR campaign to smear Fox News and trample on free speech and freedom of the press. Dylan Byers covers media for Puck News. He says Fox has a powerful hold over the right.
Do you draw the conclusion that it was about ideology or was it about ratings?
The ultimate loyalty here is to the success of the network, and in the case of these primetime hosts, the success of their own influence over the Republican base.
But the lingering effects of the revelations from the Dominion lawsuit and the release of the January 6th surveillance tapes is about more than Fox. Speaker McCarthy has promised to release the footage to all media outlets. But according to Byers, even if other news organizations are given the Capitol footage, and even if Fox is ultimately found liable of defaming Dominion with their election denialism, it likely won't change attitudes of Fox viewers.
In many ways, Fox News has sort of become well-known performance art, right? And that is, in a way, part of its appeal to some people. It becomes a very hard climate in which evidence of any wrongdoing is going to change anyone's behavior.
And Ryan joins me now live from Washington. Ryan, good morning. These revelations coming out of the Dominion lawsuit show a network making arguments on the air the hosts and bosses clearly did not believe in private. Has there been any acknowledgement of that at Fox?
No, Willie. In fact, if you're a regular Fox viewer, there's a very good chance that you've never even heard them talk about this lawsuit. In fact, the network's media reporter, Howard Kurtz, has said that the network has told its reporters and producers not to discuss the lawsuit or its fallout on the air. It's something Kurtz says that he disagrees with. So there is a very good chance that if you watch Fox on a regular basis, you have no idea about the difference between what their anchors and reporters were saying on the air versus what their executives were pushing back on privately. And there's a good chance that you have no idea just how big this scandal could possibly be for Fox and its corporation. Willie?
Ryan Nobles in Washington. Ryan, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.